Hello and welcome. If you're joining us live, it's Wednesday morning. It is March 20th in the year 2019, and welcome to the online guided meditation. I'm Reverend Dr. Keith Cox, and it's my specific desire and pleasure to be with you this morning as we go deep within to that space within us that knows and knows that it knows that there's only one activity ever taking place. As a practitioner and a minister of the science of mind and the metaphysical teachings of new thought patterns, new thought beliefs, new thought teachings, the premise and the foundation is this one activity is that of Source. It is of the divine. God is a common word that is used for this one power. It's infinite by nature. It's inexhaustible. It's omnipresent, and it individualizes itself through each one of us. And so the journey of meditation is when we go into this space and simply listen or feel or allow that voice to speak to us through imagery or language or just a feeling. So let's allow ourselves and intentionally place ourselves in somewhere of comfort, of quiet where there's no distractions, if possible. Let's begin to align ourselves by practicing the pattern of breath. During this meditation, I invite you to breathe in through your nostrils to a count of 4, holding to a count of 2, and exhaling out through the mouth with an open mouth to the count of 4. Let's try that together. Ready? Inhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Out through the mouth, exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Inhaling again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. As we do that again without me counting, inhale. Holding. Exhale. We're going to begin our meditation by reading a writing by Laura Dean Edwards titled The Mountain. And I invite you to hear it, knowing that it resonates with you at some space in your life. If the mountain seems too big today, then climb a hill instead. If the morning brings you sadness, it's okay to stay in bed. If the day ahead weighs heavy and your plans feel like a curse, there's no shame in rearranging. Don't make yourself feel worse. If a shower stings like needles and a bath feels like you'll drown, if you haven't washed your hair for days, don't throw away your crown. A day is not a lifetime. A rest is not defeat. Don't think of it as failure, just a quiet, kind retreat. It's okay to take a moment from an anxious, fractured mind. The world will not stop turning while you get realigned. The mountain will still be there when you want to try again. You can climb it in your own time. Just love yourself till then. Just love yourself till then. Let's inhale together. Holding. Exhale, 1. The love that we speak of at the end of this beautiful poem is certainly loving from a human perspective. The emotion that we emit and experience when we choose to be kind to ourselves and others. That love that we celebrate on Valentine's Day with hearts and candies and flowers. Certainly a love that is important to us when we're giving it or feeling it back, when we're giving it to a child or a loved one or a friend or our four-legged spiritual offspring. We know it. We feel it. But we also have the ability to transcend that human love and to move into that place that is transcendent of the human love, that is the love of the divine. It's that place where there is no anger, there is no less than, there is no fear, there's only the one. And so what this poem is speaking to is starting anew. Choosing to give yourself the space, the time, the energy to just be. So often in life, we allow ourselves, whether consciously or not, to hang on to what we could have done, what we should have done, what we can or cannot do. And yet, as we lean into that power, that eternal, infinite power, that place where we know that all is well, that we are enough, then healing transpires. One of the greatest ways to engage in this healing is through the act of forgiveness. In the book, The Science of Mind, Dr. Ernest Holmes tells us that in the eternal now, that space where we call the divine, that space within I just spoke of, he writes, there can be no place for divine anger, unforgiveness, or punishment. If we perceive a need for forgiveness, this is a human condition. Human forgiveness, is the process that frees us to live in the eternal now. It is the essential step before real spiritual growth can flourish. The teaching of the science of mind informs us that the ultimate goal of life is complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. Forgiveness. To give an acknowledgement of the divine to ourselves and others. It's important to know when we forgive, we do not condone hurtful behavior. We simply realize that there is something within us that is more important than the hurtful experience. We are free to let go of the past and move on with our lives. As we do this, we open our hearts to the humanity, to the expression of life of those we forgive, including ourselves. As we choose to forgive, we're training our mind to respond with forgiveness as often as possible. This is even to the misdeeds and mistakes of our own past. So we begin this conscious act today of forgiving ourselves of any transgressions we've placed upon ourselves, of feeling less than, of unworthy, of not doing the right thing, of potentially missing an opportunity, or that time may have passed us by, or that we have or haven't done enough for our loved ones. As we inhale together, 1, 2, 3, and 4, holding. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Robert Holden says, "Today is a good day for forgiveness." Mind you, forgiveness is not for everyone. It is only for those who would like to experience peace, love, joy, bliss, healing, freedom, total salvation, and just things like that. So I know for each of us, as we consciously allow ourselves to move into this meditation, we know for ourselves that peace and love, joy, and bliss, salvation, freedom, and healing. These are already innate within us. And the pathway to reveal them is through forgiveness. And so we choose to do that for ourselves right now. A clearing and a cleansing of what was, opening up to the divine, eternal that exists within us now and always. It's by allowing that light within us to shine brighter and brighter. Choosing to lay a new footprint, an imprint into our soul. of walking an act of forgiveness, a pathway of forgiveness, a lifestyle of forgiveness. It need not be in some great dramatic flair and form, just simply a realigning of our thoughts, of our beliefs, of consciously releasing any hurt when and if it happens by someone else or as we do it to ourselves. Gerald Jampolsky tells us the result of forgiveness is the stopping of the recycling of anger within ourselves and in the world. Peace will come to the world when each of us takes the responsibility of forgiving everyone, including ourselves completely. Now is the moment. Today is the day that we begin this journey. We inhale 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feeling a sense of peace come over us as we release these hurts. Letting go of any anger. Any resentment. Any feelings of less than. Continuing to let it go. Feeling that space in our being open up. Far and wide. Choosing to be easy with ourselves. Choosing to be peaceful with ourselves. Choosing to be loving with ourselves. Choosing to be kind. knowing that this doesn't give us exemption from trusting our intuition, letting our wisdom guide us to make moves in life, to protect ourselves and others in a healthy, loving way. But creating a new mindset, a new field of awareness. Trusting that the law of life manifests in form a state of life that is reflective of this kinder, gentler, more loving, peaceful approach to living our lives. As we inhale 1, 2, 3, and 4, holding. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. From this state of mind, we hear the poem, The Mountain, again. If the mountain seems too big today, then climb a hill instead. If the morning brings you sadness, it's okay to stay in bed. If the day ahead weighs heavy and your plans feel like a curse, there's no shame in rearranging. Don't make yourself feel worse. If a shower stings like needles and a bath feels like you'll drown, if you haven't washed your hair for days, don't throw away your crown. A day is not a lifetime, a rest is not defeat. Don't think of it as failure, just a quiet, kind retreat. It's okay to take a moment from an anxious, fractured mind. The world will not stop turning while you get realigned. The mountain will still be there when you want to try again. You can climb it in your own time. Just love yourself till then. Letting this be the guide as we move through the day. Choosing to be kinder and gentler and living in a state of forgiveness, allowing the eternal now to guide us. We let it be. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Trusting that this meditation has taken root into that space in our soul that we opened up. Our mind's eye seeing the roots digging in, growing deep into the fertile soil of mind. Trusting that as we open our eyes and rise from this meditation, we see in our mind's eye the sprouting of the tree of this new state of mind and life. So we inhale together. 1, 2, 3, 4, holding. Slowly opening our eyes, outstretching our arms as we exhale together. 1, we bring our hands in together slowly. 2, 3, 4, with our hands placed in prayer position in front of our heart. We exhale one last time. As we kneel forward, Namaste position. We release this meditation moving forward as we say together. And so
it is.